Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Builder Nation. For today's evening, we have Leo, CEO at SMP Robotics, a company building outdoor security and inspection robots. So welcome, Leo. Super happy to have you here. Welcome to Builder Nation.
Thank you to have you. Yes, we started this company, SMP Robotics, about 13 years ago. We started with crazy idea, like let's build some autonomous security guard. And that time was no technology. People don't even know what does it mean, artificial intelligence, everything problem. And we figure out it's more fully autonomous surveillance system with ability to detect and identify potential intruders. It's not fully replace security guard. It's a help security guard to work much more effective. And one security guard can serve much bigger territory with much better quality. Normally, 99% of patrolling, it means nothing happened. And people can stay in a good condition. It's been in the office and just kind of watching what's going on or even sleeping.
Wow. So I'm pretty sure that, for nowadays, that sounds normal, if we can put it like that. But 13 years ago, that was something different. The audience, the companies, how hard it was to implement SMP Robotics into the world.
Well, many people don't even know and don't even understand how a robot can patrol outside, how a robot can do that job. But right now, robotic technology very strong and very robust. And generally speaking, it's working very well. We start massive implementation all around the world, not just in the United States. It's in many different countries.
Wow. I'm glad to hear your perspective, especially from the CEO. And talking about your role, since you, of course, you know the company by heart, 13 years, it's a long time. Well, how's your day-to-day like? How involved are you in, I'm pretty sure that being the CEO, you must wear a lot of hats. I don't know, maybe with the engineers, in the business side. How close are you with this technical side of the company?
Well, before it's primary technical side. Before we have to prove this is gonna work and our technology gonna work. This is primary development, primary kind of implementation of new technology, because even after we have our first models of the robot, and we start test implementation, we figure out this is not our robot, not what customer looking for. And customer very quickly explain us what they're looking for, what they need. And we need to cut the gap between our engineers think security robot's supposed to be and what customers think security robot's supposed to be. It's a many different things. Well, first of all, different robot cannot work alone. If robot working and not communicated with another security system and security guards, it's not make sense. And we spend a lot of time to make sure the robot working in all this environment. We integrate our robot with the different security system already exist. Like a visual management system, different communication system, alarm system. And we did integration with more than 70 different security systems. Our robots working, let's say, from 30 to 60 days non-stop between service. But our best robot right now working 158 days non-stop without any involvement of the human. But it's kind of experimental robot.
And
Right.
talking about the recording, how much capacity does a robot has?
Robot don't have much capacity at all because a robot connected to cloud.
Okay, that's why. Okay, that was my question.
A robot have only capacity only in situation when robot disconnect from the system. In this case, they can work completely kind of separate. We work in any kind of weather condition, any kind of surface.
I have two remaining questions that I would love to ask you. Being the CEO, I mean, with such a great experience in the company, most of the interviews that I've had, I've noticed that most hardware companies struggle with purchasing. You know, like this process, procurement, especially after the pandemic, you know, or in the middle of the pandemic. So what do you think it has been maybe the biggest challenge there?
Well, yes, we do have some problem with purchasing some electronics, but again, it's not about problem with purchasing. It's a problem with delivery time, because before we can purchase all parts from the robot from 2 to 4 weeks. Right now, some parts delivered up to 20 weeks. Because of that, we have to purchase upfront. It means we have to invest more money to the parts to make sure we have enough reserve to satisfy all our customers.
I think that most of the times that I speak with CEOs, they tell me about how they organize and about like what actual systems they are using in order to stay organized. Some of them, they do not have systems. Some of them, like their engineers are working through Google spreadsheets or stuff like that. So I don't know, I think this process is really interesting, you know, because you are working with hardware, and buying hardware, it's hard, you know, especially in order to build a robot.
Trust me, hardware, it's not a problem. Biggest problem in a business, first of all, make business successful, and second, make sure the business making money all the time.
Okay. Wow, that's a really interesting perspective from a CEO. Thank you so much for sharing, Leo. And thank you so much for being here, for sharing your experiences. Last but not least, do you have any advice for future CEOs or engineers starting on the robotics industry?
First of all, thank you to have me here. And second, many people are too much concentrated on technical stuff, but world more concentrated to how to make money and how to make permanent income. This is what the core of the business. We're not just making money for ourselves. We help people make money. I mean, our distributors. We help customers, all customers, to save a lot of money. And it's not just about money. It's also about security. Because, for example, in California and in many different states in United States, crime is growing up 200%, 300% during the last 2 years or 3 years. And security robot can do much better job.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Leo. Do you have any social media handles? Where can people find you? Where can people find the company?
Well, it's very easy. If you go to Google and put SMP Robotics, you see hundreds of different links, plus our website, smprobotics.com. But if you want to see robots like physically, we normally participate in multiple expo all around the world. In the United States, the closest expo, it's going to be in end of March in Las Vegas. It's called ISC West. It's the biggest security expo in the United States. And we will be there. And also we participate, it's the second biggest security expo in the United States. It's called GSX. But this is going to be in September.
Wow, that's great. I had no idea. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm pretty sure most of our audience, they're going to be excited about this if they didn't know. So thank you so much, Leo. And remember, guys, that you can also find more information, interesting articles, interesting interviews, just like this one, directly on our website, controlhub.com/builder-nation. We would love to hear from you. And once again, thank you so much, Leo, for being here, for taking the time. We highly appreciate it, and good luck on everything.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And I wish you all success.